Alright, what's up guys? Another gameplay commentary here, as promised, but a little bit of a mix-up as I am no longer playing Call of Duty. And to be honest, after the last video I made, I was pretty discouraged about the state of the game, and I really just wanted to kind of switch things up a bit. So I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite Battle Royale, and I heard that Fortnite was actually coming out with their own FPS, and I thought it was just some sort of custom game or whatever. So I decided to check it out, and I was very pleasantly surprised to see the state of how polished this was. Just for like an early release, and how much fun I actually had playing it. I also do want to just kind of shout out a few people that I've been following recently that have really done a good job of, really kind of exposing Call of Duty for their dirty tactics, the manipulation, and just how bad Call of Duty is now. Like I mentioned in a previous video, I haven't really been playing a lot of games. I mean, here and there, off and on, since I was probably in middle school at this point, but I really started to kind of playing a little bit more, actually having fun with some of the games that I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, Rocket League, and, with the Call of Duty release, I definitely dove into that. And, I thought it was pretty good until some of the changes that they made, and I just doesn't really sit well with me. So I'm back to the Fortnite for the time being, and I'll just say that Fortnite in its current state is just way more well polished. I mean, if you're comparing the battle royale between the two, I mean, I'm never going to touch Warzone. I'm just going to be completely honest. It doesn't look fun. Every time that I've played it, it's been clunky, it's been buggy. I don't have a fun time playing it. And I think with Fortnite, I can actually play in parties and have a little bit more fun. I can play with friends as well and have a good time. It's just not, I don't know. It's just not the same. So I do want to focus on actual Fortnite in this video, because I know that we kind of started out here talking about Call of Duty, but I kind of want to just go through some of the things that I noticed that were good about this, Fortnite Ballistic, Fortnite FPS, and then I can kind of go through some of the things that I think could definitely have some room for improvement as well. But the first thing by far is that I'm just having more fun playing this game. Just straight up. I mean, I was playing a little bit of unranked. I played a little bit of ranked today. I think I got up to like silver 3, just a few games. And it's just more fun. I mean, it's just a more fun game. It feels actually more polished than the slop that we've been, thrown at us from Call of Duty. And the maps themselves, these are good maps. I mean, it's almost kind of like a true, 3-lane type map. There's not a whole lot of intersections where you can kind of get flanked in any direction. There's definitely a flow to the maps, which I'm not super surprised about, to be honest. You got to keep in mind that Epic Games did make the Gears of War series, so they know how to make, these kind of 5v5, 6v6 types of multiplayer maps and multiplayer games. So I am not super surprised that this game actually feels really good to play. Another thing I did mention right off the bat, I mean, the hit registration was very good. I'd never had any issues with feeling like I was on a target, not getting hit markers. I think I actually traded with someone in one of these clips in this gameplay, but other than that, I mean, it just felt smooth. And another thing that's really cool is the whole SBMM thing, and getting into a multiplayer match, an unranked match, and making it's basically impossible to find a lobby to go into and try to, let's say, like camo grind for example. And I was getting to the point where I was playing against a bunch of super sweaty, just high KD players, and I was just trying to level up my baseball bat. And I get it's a challenge, but when you're going 5 and 40 and probably 3 or 4 matches back to back, and you're still not hitting the challenges that you're trying to get, I mean, it makes things pretty frustrating. Also, I don't think Fortnite really has this problem. I didn't really notice anything in the ranked so far, but it doesn't seem like it's full of hackers. I mean, really, if you take a look at the top, maybe even 50% of Call of Duty's leaderboard right now for ranked, I don't even know if any of them are real players. I mean, it's actually kind of insane. So the multiplayer experience, the ranked experience is just a whole lot better. And one thing that's actually, pretty nice about just having this FPS game being integrated into Fortnite is all the camos and skins that I have already in the game, which I've, collected for years now since playing from like season 2 or season 3. They're all carrying over. So I mean, that's also, yeah, I put a lot of money into this account probably at this point with V-Bucks and stuff, so it's actually kind of nice to, have a camo that actually looks like dark matter in the game, so I don't have to worry about that for Call of Duty. And other than that, I think just on my initial feel, it feels like a very well-balanced, fair game. I think brother he's pretty big into Siege, Rainbow Six, and he said it feels a lot like that. I think I've never played that game. I've maybe played a couple games, so I don't really have an opinion on that. But I feel like this version of Fortnite is what I want Call of Duty to feel like. The movement, it felt a little bit janky. Like there were some, issues with mantling that was a little bit buggy and not really what I was used to, and some other, minor things. But other than that, I mean, I like this style of movement. You have the slide mechanic, but you're not omni-sliding all over the map. If you want to snipe, it's probably actually a valuable option to use, where in Call of Duty, you'd just be cooked if you're using a sniper. So, I don't know. I think it feels pretty well balanced. It feels like a fair game. It doesn't feel like there's any weird skill-based damage, weird desync issues. It doesn't feel like the game is rigged in any way, which is, really nice. And yeah, I mean, the only complaints really that I have at this point would be movement felt a little bit janky, the mantling felt a little bit janky, the flashes and smokes were insanely powerful. I don't really know how I feel about that, but you're basically blinded for like 2 or 3 seconds when you get hit by a flash, and you really can't see through the smoke at all when you're in it, which is fine. I guess you can kind of just adapt the playstyle, and they're actually useful. So, that's kind of cool. And then one thing I also noticed, the headshots in this game are no joke. If you get shot in the head, you're going to get beamed pretty damn fast, which I don't even think that is a bad thing. It kind of rewards accurate players. And it's something that they actually nerfed in the new Call of Duty, where basically any shot to the body, including the arms and the legs, is the same damage points, and then you barely get a multiplier for actually being accurate with your shots, which I think is crazy that they made that change. And so, yeah, I mean, overall, it plays really, really well. And as you can see here, this game that I'm in right now, this was a really close game. I think it came down to, I want to say it goes to 6 or 7. Came down to the last round, 1v1, and we actually won off the bomb detonation, just kind of spoiling things here a little bit, but it feels like that classic search and destroy Call of Duty play, and I'm pretty excited about the more maps that they come out with. I don't know if this is like a full release or just early access, kind of like a beta thing, but this thing is pretty good, and I think if you're Call of Duty, you got to look at something like this and get a little bit worried, as you can see your player count kind of dropping and probably migrating over to Fortnite Battle Royale or other shooters. Call of Duty right now is getting absolutely crushed in Battle Royale, so Fortnite can take over just even a fraction of the FPS scene. I think it's going to be game over for them. And obviously there's going to be Call of Duty fanboys, and including myself, that will play the game probably no matter what. But I think at this point in time, I've hit Master Prestige. I basically have unlocked Dark Matter. I've unlocked Dark Spine for the majority of my weapons, and I don't really see a reason to play Call of Duty anymore. It's just not fun. I'm not going to log on to play ranked whenever I'm done with the camo grind. I'm not a huge zombies guy, so I'm not really in it for that. I'd rather kind of start fresh and new on something else. Do the whole ranked climb to Unreal, and I actually did that in when was it, Fortnite Reloaded. I think I actually ended up just getting to champion, and then Call of Duty came out. But I had a really fun time just grinding through the ranks on that. I think Fortnite's rank system makes a lot more sense. I think it works better, and I wasn't sitting there every kill inspecting or spectating the person afterwards, worrying about if they were a hacker, aimbot, or using a Cronus in, anything like that. So it really does feel refreshing to just kind of go and play a game that feels nice, it feels well done, and it feels like it has potential. I think that's the biggest thing that it comes down to. And I did say the same thing with Black Ops 6 in the beta. Yeah, I thought it did have really good potential, but then, they start adding on layers and layers of things that make it worse and worse, and things get weird after the launch. So I really do think that Fortnite might take over the FPS scene. And I don't know if that might be a very hot take, but I could see them, especially with the state that Call of Duty is in right now, I could see them stepping in and kind of being that game that people start to migrate over. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically all that I have today. I would say that as it currently stands, this game is pretty solid. I'll be playing it for the next probably couple of weeks. So, I'll have some more gameplays that I'll come out with. And anyone out there that wants to try it out, I mean, look, Fortnite is literally a free-to-play game, so just go ahead and do it.
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Don't waste your money at this point on Call of Duty. It's not worth it. Go play some Fortnite, have some fun, squad up with your friends, and have a good gaming experience. All right, that's all, y'all.
Yeah,
See ya.
for sure. It was very intense. I like this game. Only 40.